Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you 4 of Stardew Valley's most wanted NPC related updates and mods that add these features into the game. All of these things were not included in the 1.6 update or were included but not to a full extent. Mods will be linked in the description below. So we all know that children in Stardew Valley are basically useless. Every update that has come out since I started playing hasn't really done anything to change this. You can't talk to them, you can't give them gifts, they can't even leave the house. You can interact with your pets more than these guys, not to mention the farm animals. But even though they haven't been a very big concern for Concerned Ape, there are many mods out there that can make your children into actual NPCs, instead of interactable objects. The mod I'm going to show you today is called The Farmer's Children, and to preface, I'll be getting all my mods from Nexus, and all the mods will also be linked in the description. This mod basically turns your boring children into actual NPCs. You can talk to them, give them gifts, and they will even leave the house to go play with the other kids in town. They will also join Vincent and Jas and be given lessons by Penny, the closest thing Pelican Town has to an actual teacher. This mod adds so much life into the game in an area that's been pretty neglected since children were first added in 2016. Plus, all the children have different portraits based on who you choose to marry, and the mod even lets you customize them further if you want to. Each child has their own set of dialogues, gift tastes, and schedules, making them feel like a real part of your family and the community. They even have special dialogue leading up to and during festivals. This has got to be one of my favorite NPC mods, and it's so ambitious and adds so much to the game. And although it's not perfect, it's one that I highly recommend. To be completely honest, this mod can be a bit difficult to install and get working, so I might post another video specifically showing you how to install this mod and how to use it to its full capacity, if that's something you guys are interested in. I'm really surprised that there hasn't been an update for children yet, and hopefully someday it's something that's just implemented into the game and you won't have to worry about all this, but in the meantime, I think this mod does a really good job, and I would highly recommend it to anybody. Something that I was really hoping to be implemented in Stardew Valley 1.6 was the ability to see where NPCs are without having to look up their schedule, spend forever waiting for them to leave their house, and only to realize that they are on the beaches of Ginger Island. This extremely popular mod lets you find NPCs easier by showing them on your map. This can be especially helpful for newer players who haven't already spent hours on the wiki and can't remember where Leah is on a Tuesday morning. This mod is called NPC Map Locations, and this is one of those mods that some players might consider cheating as it makes the game a little bit easier. However, I think it's fine. It only really saves you time by cutting down on the amount of time you spend on the wiki, and it just makes it easier for you to fulfill quests, gain friendship, and know when certain shops might be open. During mid to late game, this can be especially nice considering even the wiki can't tell you when NPCs will be visiting Ginger Island. And to me, one of the most frustrating things is missing somebody's birthday or failing to complete a help wanted request because the villager you were looking for was on the island. And I don't particularly enjoy having to pay 1,000 gold just to check. Next up is something that actually was implemented in the Stardew Valley 1.6 update. However, I think this mod does it a little bit better. Winter outfits were added for all characters, and let me just say, they all look amazing. However, these outfit changes only occur during winter and not the rest of the seasons. This mod, Seasonal Outfits, adds new NPC outfits complete with sprites and portraits for every single villager and season. I love playing with this mod because it makes NPCs feel more dynamic and every change of season is a little bit more exciting and realistic. All the outfits match the characters' personalities and fit in well with the general aesthetic of the game. It feels like something that should have been added into the update as we only got winter outfits. However, I think this mod fixes this problem while still feeling like a regular part of the game. I'll be honest, sometimes I feel like this mod changes the character portraits a little bit too much, particularly Elliot and Harvey. Elliot looks a lot younger than his normal self, and Harvey looks much more professional, and in my opinion, a little bit boring. However, the mod creator gave you the option to turn off the new portraits for specific villagers, so if you aren't a fan of one or two of the portraits, be like the rest, you can still install the mod but leave those NPCs untouched. This mod is super easy to install and doesn't affect gameplay at all. It's purely for the aesthetics. My personal favorites are the outfits for Sebastian, Leah, and Abigail. They suit the characters perfectly, and you can tell the mod creator spent a ton of time making them look amazing. One final mod I'll be talking about today is called the Canon-Friendly Dialogue expansion. This mod does exactly what you think it does. It expands on character dialogue without being intrusive to the vanilla game. So I added this mod today because we all know that Stardew Valley dialogue can get a little bit repetitive. And even with the new dialogue added in the most recent update, there's only so many times you can read the same message over and over before you just start clicking through whenever you interact with an NPC. There are plenty of dialogue mods out there for Stardew Valley, however I think this one has to be the best. Every line I have encountered sounds just like the original NPCs, and since I've been using this mod for so long now, most of the time I can't even tell which ones are real and which ones are modded. This mod is one I would highly recommend, especially to late game players who have already maxed friendship with everyone and would like to expand on the personalities of their favorite NPCs. Again, this one is super easy to install, it doesn't take away from the vanilla experience. Like I said before, I forget to even have this one installed because the dialogue matches up so perfectly with NPCs. That's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments for any other mods you'd like to see, or just suggestions in general, as I'm quite new to YouTube and this is my first video on the channel. Be sure to drop a like if you found this entertaining or helpful. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.